The Justice Department discovered additional classified documents at President Joe Biden's Delaware home on Friday. This is the latest development in the document scandal that's surrounding the current president. What else can you tell us? Can you give us a highlight reel of how this all started to where we are now?
So the timeline is getting a bit complicated as this is all, coming out in drips. But the White House announced Saturday that FBI agents during a 13-hour search on Friday found 6 additional items with classified markings at the president's home in Wilmington, Delaware. These documents date back to his tenure in the Senate and his time as vice president. So this all began in January when CBS reported that classified documents had been discovered in the president's former office at the Penn Biden Center, which is a think tank in Washington. There were a small number of documents that was according to CBS. It turns out the figure is around 10 that were discovered at the office, again, from the president's time as vice president during the Obama administration. Several days later, the White House revealed that additional documents, a total of 6, were found in the president's garage and personal library at his Delaware home. And this is what prompted the FBI search that produced the additional documents that we found out about on Saturday.
So why was this held from the public for so long? The documents were originally found in November, which was right near the midterms.
So the timing is certainly skeptical, and the White House is, faced transparency questions, as you said, regarding this slow burn of information that has come out, but also in its response to reporters in the days since this has been revealed. The White House press secretary has referred many questions to the DOJ, including why the administration did not reveal this information sooner. So it's definitely, from an image standpoint, really hurts the president's claims that he is cooperating with the DOJ investigation. And they did admit the day of the CBS report that came out earlier this month that initially reported on the documents that it was correct. But again, we did not know about the documents found in the president's home until days later.
What you just said was a good point from an image standpoint. From a PR perspective, is it a good idea for this information to be dripping out like this over the course of weeks, opposed to just getting it out there all at once?
So definitely not, but I think that there is a chance that the administration did not know that it was going to find additional documents at the president's home. They said that these documents were discovered in the days after the initial revelations about the documents at the Penn Biden Center. And then the FBI uncovered another, tranche of documents in its search on Friday. So there is reason to believe that they were unaware that there were additional classified documents at the president's home when they revealed that the documents were found at the Penn Biden Center.
Sara, I was really glad that we were able to talk today specifically because news recently broke about documents found at former Vice President Mike Pence's home in Indiana. So it seems like the question here is, who doesn't have classified documents at this point?
Yeah, we've seen a number of legal experts say that, routinely classified documents, and this is just common sense, can be mixed in with other documents that are not classified. And we've heard lawmakers say in the coming days that everyone is going to be, searching their files to make sure that they don't have any classified documents as well. So I think that this is going to become a larger issue of how classified documents are handled. And, there's potential that Congress could install, call for tighter protections and protocols around the handling of classified documents in the wake of this. This is very early information about the classified documents that were found in Mike Pence's possession. So it'll be interesting to see, how many documents were uncovered, what the contents of those were. There's a lot to be, just yet to be disclosed thus far.
So I do want to break down the responses from both the GOP as well as Democrats. First, let's start with Democrats. Senator Joe Manchin said on Meet the Press this weekend that President Biden should admit that it was irresponsible, but said he does not believe the president intended for the documents to be mishandled. Is this a break from how Democrats have been responding, or have Democrats been harsh on President Biden?
Democrats, some have certainly encouraged the investigation into Biden's handling of the documents. While I would say that Manchin has, given the strongest criticism and using the terms extremely irresponsible and disturbing. Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia has also said he supports the Justice Department's investigation, while Senator Dick Durbin of Illinois has also called Biden's handling of documents unacceptable. I think that it would be bad politics if they completely dismissed any investigation into Biden's handling of the documents, just given that there are several ongoing probes of Trump's handling. And, they don't want to be subjected to farther claims of hypocrisy by the GOP, which has, been a word that we have been hearing a lot in comparing the two presidents' handlings of classified documents from Republicans.
Before we get to the Trump element of it all, I do want to talk about the GOP's response. This sounds like this is a gift given to the GOP and Trump on a silver platter here.
Absolutely. I mean, the Republicans, having just taken control of the House and its committees, have launched a series of investigations into the Biden document discovery through the House Oversight Committee, chaired by James Comer, and the Judiciary Committee, chaired by Jim Jordan. Comer has made a series of requests for visitor logs to the University of Pennsylvania, to the Secret Service regarding Biden's Delaware home. And, notably, Comer has speculated in these requests whether foreign individuals with connections to the Biden family may have had access to these documents. And that really plays into Republicans' talking points regarding Hunter Biden. We all remember the New York Post story from 2020 that suggested Biden may have had contact with Hunter's Ukrainian business partners. It's important to note that this is an unfounded claim, and Biden has firmly denied it. But this is definitely a gift to Republicans, and it contests, and some legal experts would say harms the investigation into Trump as well.
Why would it harm that investigation?
It just gives a clear contradiction that this, as I said previously, that this is something that can happen. And as we saw with the revelations about Mike Pence having classified documents in his possession as well, that it's, I don't want to say commonplace. I mean, that's not correct, but this isn't unprecedented. So